This is the Weekend Inspirational Notations, or WIN report, for the weekend of Friday evening, July 19th, through Sunday night, July 21st. We will be consulting tarot messages and rune wisdom to get a glimpse into what we might experience from the vibe of the tribe, what's to be expected, what's to be rejected, the arising and surprising, and finally, the love boat. As always, we will be using Hope's Heart Tarot cards and Odin's runes to look deep into the upcoming weekend. Are you ready? I am. Let's shuffle. As always, we will be using Hope's Heart Tarot cards, Hope's Heart Tarot, and Odin's runes. And let's start with Hope's Heart Tarot and shuffle. As always, when you're shuffling divination cards or tarot cards or whatever it is, just sort of step aside, step into that dreamy zone, connect with your question, connect with the deck. We're asking about the upcoming weekend of July 19th through the 21st. And we're asking about the vibe of the tribe, what's to be expected, what's to be rejected, what's the arising and surprising, and what's the love boat, and what's the waters of the love boat. Thing about shuffling is you shuffle until you know you're done. I know I'm done. This is our draw. I'm going to cut the deck in half. Okay, this is going to be the deck. This is our draw. I just lay it down as it is, straight up. It's knock to seal the deal. Let's ask Odin's runes. What do we need to know about the upcoming weekend? Whenever I'm working with Odin's runes and shuffling, I always kind of turn them. They're squares. They don't turn as easily as the round. What do we need to know? What's the vibe of the tribe? What's to be expected? What's to be rejected? What's the rising and a surprising? And what are the waters of the love boat? We're just going to finish shuffling. When you're done, you know you're done. I'm going to cut once, and I'm going to lay it down just as it is. Knock to seal the deal. All right, what's the vibe of the tribe? Let's ask Hope's Heart Tarot. The first card, as you could probably see when I turn the deck over, is straight up. I wonder what that means. Aha, the Two of Coins. Balance. Balance of resources, balance of the gazindas and gazadas, what you need and what you have. Many times when we move into the Two of Cups stance, we are in an organized fashion trying to move forward or make a project work or figure out how we're going to make something happen. Of course, anytime we're doing the balancing act, it's easy to get distracted, right? And when we get distracted, that's when less desirable things happen. Keep your eye on the ball here, guys. Whatever it is that you're trying to decide. Should I go on a vacation, and how much money do I need? That's a good one. Should I go back to school in the fall, and what would that require? Should I try to get another job this summer, make a little more money, or is it worth what I'd be sacrificing to do it? That's the vibe of the tribe. So if it's hard to pin somebody down, if it's hard to get a decision from somebody, it's because everyone's a little balancing acty. That's a word, right now. So what does Odin's runes have to say about it? Change of season, which obviously isn't literal. We are right in the middle of a season, summer, and it's hot, and we're having thunderstorms. But change of season means more like a change of heart. And that would make sense with the Two of Coins, balancing. Because when we are trying to decide what we're going to do, it's because there's going to be a change of season, right? Maybe it's just, how do I budget to have more savings? How can I have a little more cushion in my finances? But that's a change of season. So when things need to change, we need to let them. If somebody in your tribe needs more room to change or needs more processing, which means talking and exploring, we have to allow that and facilitate that. The vibe of the tribe will be a little serious, trying to figure out options and trying to allow seasons to change. That's pretty cool. What's to be expected in all this? What would we expect in a situation like this? Yeah, to be re-energized. That's a great card. The 8, management of Wands energy, the management of energy, usually means a sudden and abrupt lurch forward. The card is turned at the 3/4 position, started at movement, then had some delays and setbacks, and then it was stuck. But now guess what? Re-energized. People feel re-energized. They want to make something happen. They realize there's going to be a change of season, not so much literal. We are right in the middle of a season, but in their lives. And they want to be re-energized. They want to create a turn for the better. That's to be expected. We're not trying to balance resources and manage a change of season if we're not trying to be re-energized and make things better. Cool. What do Odin's runes have to say about it? Wow. Okay. This is yew was for the yew tree. The yew tree was green all the time, still is green all the time. And in a climate where it gets so cold in Norway, it's kind of infatuating to look at a plant that stays green, evergreen. But the thing about the yew tree is everything inside of it's toxic. So in a lot of ways, the yew tree is about life and death all at the same time. And that is what this is what this rune means. It literally spins, you see. See how it spins, the symbol? Okay. And so yew tree is about transformation. And the way it was laying is in the rebirth, the 3/4 position, just like the tarot card was. So it has gone through, to get here, it has gone through death, release, and now rebirth. Don't you find it interesting? What's to be expected as we balance resources and allow a change for a season is to be re-energized and welcoming a rebirth. I can't make this up. It's too good. All right, so what's to be rejected? With allowing change and allowing re-energization, is that a word? Or allowing yourself to be re-energized, let's go with that. And a change of season and rebirth, what can we reject? This is going to be good. Loss. We are going to reject loss, or even the thought of loss. Or what we've lost, we just release. With anything, there's loss, right? Doesn't matter what you do, there's going to be some waste. We reject loss, and we also reject being misguided. This is ride ho, which means the ride. And actually, this rune and capital R comes from the horse's hoof through the rider's head, and then the energy that's created from the rider's head through the horse's head and back to the rider's leg. See, if that is all contained properly, I'm an equestrian, I know these things, that allows the front leg to move as extended or not as you like. You can adjust your ride by adjusting and controlling the energy. So that means that you are on course, right? But as you recall, it was turned to redirecting. We are going to stay our course. We are rejecting being redirected, and we are rejecting the thought of loss. In other words, as we balance options in the 2 of coins, if we have to give something up, we're giving it up for the good, not giving it up because it's a loss. If we're going through our closet and getting rid of things we don't need anymore, it's not a loss. It's a rebirth, see. Interesting weekend. What's the arising and surprising? Yeah, it's going to help us have a great sense of worth. We are going to feel worthy. And this is my favorite part. When you think about the Two of Coins and the change of season and re-energize and rebirth, and we're rejecting loss and redirection, we are acknowledging the lessons we learned and feeling worthy. Well, that's wonderful. And what is the rune that goes with it? I can see it. I can't wait to show you too. The blank card. Embrace your creator energy. How you like them apples? We're feeling worthy, and we're going to write our own check, write our own next story, and say, I am going through this change of season. I feel so worthy, and I'm ready to write what I want to accomplish next. I'm not going to be tossed around by conditions. I'm going to work with conditions, and I have a plan. What is this going to make it feel like in the love boat? How are partnerships and friendships, romantic partners, just the general harmony and connection of people? What is that going to be like? You guys are going to love this. Dare to dream. Dare to dream. When we come into balance and allow for change and feel re-energized and allow rebirth, and we reject any feelings of loss, and we're not going to be redirected, and then it results in us feeling worthy, and we can write our own ticket, you're going to feel pretty hopeful. We are going to dare to dream. We're going to reach for the stars. Wow, it's going to be a nice weekend, you guys. And lastly, here it is. I'm going to pick it up like this so you can see, and turn it just as it was. Thru. Good fortune. Thru is the rune about rolling the dice. When you've come so far and you need to move forward and make a gamble, right? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You are then worthy for good fortune. Daring to dream and finding good fortune. Because we're willing to balance and admit to what we need and realize the things we can let go of. And allow for a change. Allow for a change of season. It'll help us feel re-energized and like we are going through a rebirth. And anything we have to give up, we're not going to look at it as loss. And we're also not going to decide, this hurts too much or it's cutting too deep, I need to be redirected. No, we're going to keep our course, and we're going to feel a sense of worth. Write our own ticket. And dare to dream. Together, people, we are going to, in friendships and in one-on-one situations and in romantic partnerships, we're going to dare to dream. We're going to reach for the star. Stars. All of them. And we're going to experience good fortune. This is the best weekend yet. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday. Reporting from J&J Optical in Sturgis, South Dakota, this has been Joan Kristin Haugan. Please feel free to like and share this video and comment as you see fit. If you would like your own deck of Odin's Runes or Hope's Heart Tarot, just follow the links below. Or if you'd like your own private reading with me, just also follow the instructions. It's been a real pleasure to read with you today. It's going to be a great weekend coming up on July 19th through 21st. And we'll see you next Thursday.